Real Animals Fishing Show is presented by Yellowfin Yachts. Hey gang, today Billy and I are fishing out of beautiful Madeira Beach, Florida. It's kingfish season here in Central Florida. We're with the pros from Pro Marine. They're the best in the business. Whatever you do, don't touch that dial. It's going to be off the hook.
We've done, we ran about 12 miles out. We've got out here where the kingfish have been at, and we're gonna do something today that's really cool that I could hardly sleep last night. I've never done it before and have always wanted to. We're gonna kite fish for these guys. So Jim, why don't you tell us exactly how we set these things up, because I've never done this before.
All we've got is, we have a fairly light wind today, so we have a lightweight kite with 2 release clips. What we're gonna do is run a small blue runner on a line out here, put it through the release clip, and you'll see as we deploy it here. I'll go ahead and do this. I've got a small runner on there.
So you put that on.
What I'm gonna do is let the kite out slowly with the drag. Ooh. Once that swivel hits, it'll start to take the, there we are, the swivel just got it.
See the swivel up there, gang?
Now it's gonna take my bait out with it.
Oh, and you change color line too. Oh, cool. Look at that, it's carrying him on out there. Oh, sweet. And he's got another clip on there, so you could, theoretically, you could run more than one line over the kite,
There's the other
right?
clip there. The other clip just came out, so now I can run another one. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave that bait dangle. I got my marker ribbon on there, the pink ribbon.
This is kind of like an outrigger on steroids.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
So we're gonna try to keep that blue runner just at the top, so it's kind of splashing the water,
right?
Creating a little commotion. Draw some attention to the bait.
Man, that is just way too cool, Jim. Now, how long have you been doing it? Now, this is a pretty effective technique, isn't it?
It is. We started really doing a lot of it over on the East Coast where you do that long drift.
Right.
But we do it trolling, we do it on the anchor. We're pretty much, if we're kingfishing, we have a kite up.
Awesome. And look at that bait, he's right on top of it. Oh man, you've got to get some pretty, imagine some pretty aggressive, the way that bait's presented.
You get a lot of skying fish on it. They'll come up from underneath
and blast it.
And they'll blast it. You'll see them come up 15, 20 foot in the air.
Dude,
and the neat thing is everything likes that. We've caught big yellowfin tuna, we've caught cobia, caught sharks, you name it on that.
Well, thanks for costing me about $1,000, Jim.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, as soon as we hit the dock, I'm going to buy this stuff. This is cool. This is way cool.
Once we get settled here, we'll see how the bite is. If we need to draw a bigger bite, we might put a second bait out on the kite. So we'll be running 2, and second one on that release clip. So when the fish strikes now, it's going to release from the clip up on the kite. And what you got to do is reel real fast because there's all that slack in the line now.
Right.
Once that fish hits, all that line drops, and you got to reel fast to take up that slack.
So you'll end up. You need a high-speed reel to do this with.
You end up your percentage of hookups versus strikes on a kite is a little bit less than a flat line because
you don't have the tension.
You don't have that tension, right? You got that slack, that belly in the line. And the way they come up and hit it, it's a real aggressive bite. So you get a lot of foul hook stuff on the kite.
That is just so awesome.
And then as you're changing directions with the boat, as you're trolling here, we go downwind, upwind, whatever, you got to maintain the height
You're
of the bait there.
constantly adjusting your lines, your kite.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. If he turned around and went the other way, would you need to reel it in?
Nope, nope.
Oh, you can. Oh, it just swings.
That's why we drop the antennas down in the 45 position, so
Yes,
we're
sir.
not, as we're swing around, we'll be able to control this kite the whole way and not have to bring it in.
Awesome.
But you got to keep it from catching.
Right,
the
yeah,
tips
you
of
don't
the
want to get it
rods and
snagged up on
Yep.
anything. Let's just sit here and wait and see what happens. Closed captioning brought to you by Gator Ford.
All right, Jim and the guys at Pro Marine have us out about 12 miles west of Madeira Beach, St. Petersburg, Florida area. And we're on a piece kind of covered up with bait. There's been a lot of kingfish here. We got the kite out, but these guys have got a couple of lines out shorter. We're fishing with some big blue runners on some wire leaders. And basically you're just kind of putting a spread out. We're just slow trolling, trying to get as many baits in the water as possible to increase our opportunities. Water temps, right? Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, I gotta believe they're here somewhere. You would think.
Oh, we just got hit. We're getting ready to get hit. He's getting ready to take. He skyrocketed on it.
On which?
On your kite bait right there. He came up and zoomed on it, Jim.
What was it, a little fish?
Yeah, it looked like a little 10, 15 pounder, little snake came up and just rocketed on it.
There he
He's
is.
on it, he's on it.
Oh, you missed it? Yeah.
He's trying to hit it.
Oh, come on, dude, he's after it. Look at that. Let's see what this guy looks like. Oh, man. He absolutely got look at, bro. How'd he miss that? I mean, look at that, guys. He cut him here and here. That was one mouth bite. Just, wow. Dude, was that cool or
That
what?
was cool.
Yeah, go ahead and get him on the. There. You hook him how you want. You got him? There we go. All right, and Jim's gonna show you. He's putting one right above the dorsal fin, right in front of that. And what we have here is a blue runner, gang. The preferred meal of the kingfish, huh?
Generally it is. That's what we got there.
Sweet.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this.
Dude, that is just, I got to get me one of them. I think the first time I came out with you on the yellowfin, I'm like, I got to get me one of these. Well, I've got one
Yeah,
now.
you got one of
so now I
them.
got to get me one of these. I want to be Jim Naset when I grow up. What we did, we had trolled back down to the South County wreck, and we're getting ready to change locations. Had a couple of strikes over here on the Betty Rose, so we just stopped back over here, got a couple of flat lines out. Just gonna spend a few minutes here to see if we can draw something up. If not, we're gonna boogie on down the road.
Kevin, show me how you guys hook one of these. Now this is professional tournament fisherman stuff here.
We're running double trebles. So what we do is we take the one barb, we go right down through the nose, and you'll hear it click. And it comes just right out the top. There's no way it's gonna throw it either way because that barb went
It's a big bone. There's a bone right there, so makes it a
take
good
this
place to
stinger.
hook it.
We just bury it right in the side. So when this is taut, it's just running this way.
So basically, just like all other fishing presentations, everything, you want that bait in the water nice and straight.
that long one, Jim? Did I get hit?
I don't think it got hit. I think it just got spooked. Yeah, it's gone. Gone? Gone.
Shoot a rig?
Wow.
Get it right off.
Austin, did you make that one?
No, that's all Kevin.
You didn't know that. I'll take it. I got broad shoulder.
In today's Real Animals Tackle Box, Billy and I are using 50 to 100 pound class jigging rods with 30 Marquesas lever drag conventional reels, 50 pound braided line, 40 pound fluorocarbon leader, and number 7 wire. Real Animals Tackle Box is brought to you by Fenor, the offshore reel choice for the real animals, and Strike King, #1 in fishing lures. Made our first little run about 10, 12 miles out. Didn't really have a lot of action. Couple of hits, fish were just non-committal, so we ran about 15 miles out, further yet, to a spot where the boys had caught some kingfish about a week ago. So we're gonna try this. We're in about 80 feet of water, and we're gonna try this spot, see if we can't get lucky.
There he is. He came up again. Go ahead, Jim. He's after it.
Missed it?
Oh! You gotta be kidding me.
Are you kidding? Oh, he's after it. He's after it. Eat it. Eat it. Oh, there it is.
Okay, get that other kite out.
All right, excuse me. You want to just bring him in? You want to just suspend him in there or pop him off the clip?
You can try popping them. Now reel. Get that out of the way.
There's something purple.
That's the ribbon.
Oh yeah, that's the ribbon. Dude, he came up. There he is.
There
There's
he is,
fish.
a little fish.
There he is.
He don't know he's little, Jim.
What do we got there, Jim? Oh,
We got
dude.
a kingfish, only smaller.
Sweet, right? Hey, man, you got the skunk off the boat.
We had to start somewhere, didn't we?
I tell you what, that strike, the way he was coming after it on that kite,
Watch
was
that hook, it's
awesome.
foul hook.
Yeah,
so.
I know it. I see it.
Yeah, be careful, Michael.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
I can just bring him straight up. Just pick him straight up if you want.
Come here. Don't bite me.
I'm gonna leave you good be, okay? You handle everything you want, Mike.
Well, that way I can. I was just trying to get him by the tail.
Michael, put the Kung Fu grip on him. That's awesome.
I got one on me.
Still a fish, though, man. Don't be a snob. Now, don't be a hater. You got to start somewhere, right?
Exactly. But you know the cool part about that fish, even though it's a little fish, came on the kite.
Yep.
He
So,
what?
Came on the kite.
Oh yeah, man, that was awesome.
That's how we started out the other day, and they just kept getting bigger and bigger.
Getting
so
bigger. That's
We're just coming on the minor right now, so I think we'll be all right.
that's the name of the game right there.
Let's
Attaboy.
put him
Wasn't
back
real
out.
exciting, even though I didn't even know I had it.
Way to go,
still.
Mr. Naset.
They're all exciting, Jim. Every now and then, Billy and I get to do some really cool stuff off the water. Recently, I got to spend some time with Deadliest Catch Captain Jonathan Hillstrand. Jonathan, I know you do the crab fishing thing, obviously on the Bering Sea. We all get to see that, but you just like to fish.
Yeah, I do. And I love the amberjack fishing here. And there's a good eating fish.
Yeah, yeah.
And some of the other fish you can't eat. And you don't have a lot of fish that the other side has. But I've hooked a couple marlin. And
Yeah?
I'm getting there. I got a sailfish on my wall. So
Is amberjack your favorite? If you
for around
had to
here.
say one, you like
Yeah,
amberjack
yeah,
fishing?
it's a good fight.
Have you done a lot of tarpon
It's a
fishing?
good eating. Yeah, I hooked a tarpon once. I knew I wouldn't get it. It was like 5 feet long, was hanging right there in the harbor, and I had to hook it. And then there was so many boats and pilings and docks, and I
Nice.
just bye-bye.
So if you're not in Alaska, and obviously I know you love it there, if you're not in
Yeah.
Alaska, where is it that you like to be? Where do you hang
Well,
out?
in the wintertime, I deserve to be warm. So
Right, sure.
I'm going to tell my brother this year, I think I'm not going to do Opies much longer. But I'm going to be doing king crab, and that's
Okay.
right, October, November.
Right.
quite a few years.
I wanted to talk to you because I was noticing, I was reading the bios on the Time Bandit, 113 feet long,
Yep.
right? 28-foot beam.
Yep. And
what are the biggest seas you've ever seen in the Bering Sea?
I've seen 100-foot seas a bunch of times.
100-foot seas.
We don't name our storms. They're actually from the Eastern Hemisphere, so they're cyclones and typhoons. They're from Japan.
And you've been out there in those?
Yeah, we're so far out. It takes 5.5 days just to get to Dutch Harbor, then we're another day and a half out. Dutch Harbor's not no town or city.
Right.
Call it. It's got a couple bars and
right.
a church and airport.
Post office, and that's it.
About it, yeah.
Right.
There's a girl behind every tree, but there was 3 trees. So,
I got
anyway.
you. I got you.
It's not like coming here.
I was noticing something. I just want you to really, really think about this, okay? Your boat's 113 feet. Mine's 23.
Yeah,
okay?
so
Tampa Bay
gets
4 to 5 footers at times. Okay?
Yeah. If you're looking at a 12, 15 footer, then you're in trouble.
Well, you won't get 12, 15 footers here.
You
And I
won't?
was thinking the sun's pretty deadly. I mean, if you don't
sun's
have a lot of sunscreen.
Dude, I'm like a fish out of water right now. That's why I come hang out with you guys in the wintertime.
And we do appreciate it.
Thanks
Jonathan
for having me,
Hillstrand,
man.
Deadliest Catch.
Thanks, Mike.
Appreciate you hanging
Thanks.
out. Guys, this week's tip of the week is ProMarineUSA.com. Absolutely an incredible warehouse of parts. If you need the parts, you want the parts, if you're taking your boat to a pro to have it fixed on and they're having trouble finding the parts, they can get them at ProMarineUSA.com. When you see the facility, it's such a large building, and when you walk in, there's no empty space. If you need parts for the do-it-yourselfer, or if you do it professionally and you fix boats for a living, ProMarineUSA.com. They can help you out. Check them out today, and that's your tip of the week. Jim, how did you get the bug? Because obviously you got the bug for this whole kite fishing thing. Where did that whole thing come from?
Well, we fish a lot over on the East Coast, Fort Pierce, Canaveral and that. And those guys have it down over there. They do a lot of kite fishing for sailfish, right. Especially. They do it for kingfish too, but primarily it's a sailfish technique. The center consoles over there, the real kite fishermen don't even have a T-top on them.
Oh, okay.
They have rod holders every 12 inches around the boat so that they can just work the boat 360, wow. 3 kites at a time. Wow. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, we saw some guys just kicking our tails in some tournaments, catching them. We're close enough over there in that big long drift that you do, catching them, skying on the kite and stuff. That's cool. We got to figure that one out. Right. So, I talked with George Mitchell, Captain George, and he is an expert kite fisherman from over there. He gave me some tips on how to get started on it, and I've just been doing it since. I'm 8 up.
I know the Pro Marine fishing team, when you talk to the guys, Kevin and the boys, they're like, yeah, we just let Jim go do his thing on the kite.
I draw a line on the front of the boat here. That's my territory. I spend all day up here. That's why my face is always red in the sun.
Good stuff, good stuff. Well, kind of show me exactly just some of the basic stuff we got here.
Well, first of all, there's a number of different styles of kites and a number of different, the purpose of the different styles and weights of the kites is for the wind. Right now we got calm winds. And so if I was going to put this kite up right now, I'd actually have to give it an assist with a big helium balloon.
Oh, okay.
Helium balloon about this big and create a bridle on the back of it. That helps keep the kite up, because what we're going to do is we send this kite up. It has, in this case, I've got 2 release clips that slide up and down freely on the line. So as the kite goes out, then there's a swivel that's bigger than the hole in this release clip. So it takes, as the line's going out, it catches this clip and sends the clip out. So before that clip gets there, that swivel gets there, what I'll do is I'll put the line with that bait on there through this release clip, clip it in, and it'll send the bait way out there. Right. I get it set where I want it, get everything adjusted so the bait is just dangling right on the surface, and wait. It's ready.
It's like topwater plugging in the backcountry. That big explosion on the top, except the kingfish sky out of the water. You know,
they
it's
do.
Absolutely crazy.
It's great to just sit there and watch. And you know, on a tournament day, you say it's going to happen. You just feel it. You feel it. I don't care if it's yellowfin tuna, if it's kingfish, blackfin tuna, you name it. Wahoo, sailfish too. Sailfish seem to love that kite out there and stuff. and it's just a cool way to do it.
You know, they see that on the bottom, you know, and they get that long start to come up. You know, a redfish or trout or snook in the backcountry, a couple of feet, they get to come up. It's really impressive. Here, they come out of the water.
They get that propeller turning on the back of the fish, and they get going, yeah.
Good stuff for you guys at home. Learn these kites, kite fishing. It's taking over.
Guys, hope you enjoyed this week's episode as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. I'd like to give a special thanks to our good friend, Jim Naset, Pro Marine. Thank you so much, Jim. Great day.
Appreciate you.
Great day.
Great day
fun.
on the water. Pro Marine, one of the great sponsors here for the Real Animals Fishing Show. If you want to get hooked up with ProMarineUSA.com, you can go to the website, RealAnimalsFishingTeam.com. If you're coming to the West Coast and you want to book a trip, do a little offshore fishing, give us a call at 1-866-GAME-FISH. Remember, you can follow Billy and I on Facebook at Facebook/RealAnimals. And until next week,
Do yourself a favor and take a kid fishing. Guys, hope you enjoy.
Cut. Your mic's not on.
Yeah, it is. Check. You got me now, Steve?
Yeah, sure do.
All right. Say when.
Stand by.
might have been me that muted him.
He needed it.
Yeah. Steve, I can't do nothing without Steve turning me on.